What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Simon from Grant's Lawn Care on this May the 30th, Thursday morning. And as you can see, I'm on one of my commercial properties and we getting things done. In my area, it's been very cool in the mornings. You know, the highs in the mornings were in the pretty much mid to high 50s, pretty much like 58 this morning. So not cold, but you know, certain parts of the body pick up, my ears, for example. They can pick up when the temperature is not quite where I like it to be warm-wise, and my hands. But anyway, we got out here and got to it, and we're gonna make this a good video. Hopefully you guys sit back and enjoy, and we're gonna get started here in just a second. So sit back, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and make sure I try to keep you guys as entertained as possible. Guys, I do just want to say I do pay attention to the channel that I do interact with a lot, and comment, you know, give you a thumbs up, trying to help your channel out, guys. And I'm not just speaking for myself. I know I'm gonna be speaking for someone else who will hear this when I say, you know, if somebody's actually showing genuine love and showing your channel some support, you know, leaving you comments, leaving feedback, you know, trying to help your channel grow, I would say please do the same thing, you know, for the next person. You know, I pay attention to certain channels and they only seem to comment on certain other channels, and here, you know, myself and others, you know, we leave comments, we leave feedback on your channel, and we never hear anything back. We never even see, you know, your name in our comments, you know, showing some type of support, helping our channel grow, and, you know, making it seem like, you know, you actually are paying attention to some of the hard work it takes for us to do content. So that's just something I wanted to say, guys. You know, make sure you spread the love equally, because it just helps everybody's channel here on YouTube. Just spread the love equally, especially to those who are showing your channel a lot of love. What's up, guys? Again, pretty much I've been sitting on this video ever since the date that you heard, May the 30th. Today is now June the 10th, and pretty much I think my phase with YouTube kind of got to a pause. I was trying to do a video a week, and it just got to the point where I was getting burnt out. Everybody who knows, who shoots content, knows how time consuming it can be. So there's really no need to even go into that general part of it. And as shout out to Yardman for sending a video a few videos back, and he said that, you know, a lot of the properties that he's mowed, he's featured already on his channel. So it's almost like, you know, you're shooting the same content over, and these are my words now, in my opinion, you know, you're shooting the same yards over, but you got to come up with different topics, you know, to keep the audience entertained and, you know, tuning into your channel. So one thing that I've been definitely, you know, hearing a lot about, and it's to the point now to where I think it's almost to the point where it's just a never-ending conversation, because there's so many different opinions on it, and that's pricing. And one thing that I've came across this season that I think pretty much now I'm going to have to nip it in the bud is, you know, I have this commercial account that I mentioned in a video, I believe, before, that is going under new management, and we are all the way through May, and now we're midway through June, and I still haven't gotten the green light to get back on this property. Granted, this same situation happened in the beginning of the season. You know, I was waiting for the new management to get things, you know, sorted out. They did. They gave me the green light. I did 2 mows on the properties, and I was told again the red light, the stop. So now we're in June going towards July, and I still haven't got the green light, and I still haven't gotten my last payment. So with that being said, guys, I believe I'm at the point now to where I'm about to pretty much, you know, thank them for letting me be their service provider. I've had a whole lot of patience and waiting on it, but as I said in a video before, that was income that I'm not getting anymore. That's income that I'm not getting anymore. So I can free my schedule up for those two businesses and add, either two more new businesses or two more residential, something close enough to the same price to where I can make ends meet. Now, however, granted, I did make a comment that I'm in the process of doing something, and it may even get to the point to where I just slow down completely taking on new lawns because of scheduling type of situation. So the channel, hopefully I'm gonna still do my best to do content. Right now, only a couple of my subscribers know. I've chatted with them back and forth in the inbox, and they gotta know the upcoming setup that I'm planning. So that's also going to play a factor in me parting ways with these two commercial businesses, and me taking on anything too much new in the future. So guys, I say all of that to say, and again, in that same video he mentioned cutting people off about payment. I have someone that I was a loyal provider to, and they were a loyal customer to me for 3 seasons, and this will be season 4. However, I have not got the green light for that property, and we're all the way through like I say, June already, and usually I'm on that property mid-March, early April, taking care of it. So it's no hard feelings, it's water under the bridge. I get it. Finances for everybody, depending on how much wealth you have or stretched, I get it. And as a channel, I've heard spoke about it before. Once the expenses get to the point to where they're being strained by certain clients, customers, the first person that may take the knife to the cutting block is the lawn care provider. So guys, just be true to yourself when it comes to what you're going to really accept as time goes by in your business. And my patience, thank goodness I have a lot of patience, has allowed me to accept a lot of waiting for payment. I've had a lot of times where it's been a month in waiting for payment, but the customer has been loyal to me, so I understood it. And now with one customer, it's been almost a full season and a half, and I'm owed one payment. And like I said, I'm at the point now to where I'm just going to have to do a Dear John letter, thank them again for the opportunities for the commercial and the residential, and advise them, hey, you can pay me out, and that's it. No hard feelings. If you want to get back on the schedule, the prices and etc. like that, that'll be established, if you decide to give me a chance to come back. But other than that, waking up week to week, wondering rather if you are going to be granted to come back to those properties, and you kind of been just holding off on accepting anybody else because you were at your max pretty much. I was at my max pretty much with those last 3 properties would have had me maxed out at my comfortable level of properties. And now I've been, like I said, working behind the scenes on something else, but now it's time for me to pretty much sever ties and wish them well. Again, I'm not bitter, I'm not mad, but I just have to do that within a business perspective, because I just have to make sure I have my schedule cleared and properly adjusted for the future to come. So guys, hopefully that made some sense. I'll chime back in here in just a second and we'll wrap this video up. So guys, again, as I wrap this video up, I hope everybody who is, pretty much full straying into their season right now is being prosperous, gaining a lot of knowledge. If you're brand new, if this is your season 1 in, and hopefully you're gaining a lot of knowledge from these channels that's dropping free information. Some channels are dropping videos, not even weekly, every other day or two. They're dropping video, and I like to try to keep up with everybody's content. I get behind sometimes, just trying to make sure I support the channels that are on here. Some of them in the last few videos have dropped a world of knowledge and experiences that I just spoke on, that I'm going through myself. And just that, outspoken of them saying, they had to cut ties. They told them, hey, I can't accept certain things anymore. That makes me a little bit more strong-minded when it comes to operating a business. We try, some of us, I'm not going to say everybody, because some people, they have, zero tolerance for certain things. If you miss a payment or whatever the case may be, you off their list immediately. But I try to have some tolerance, some patience, because in today's society, you have people with patience, you have people with zero patience. And it's kind of hard, to really, for me particularly, for me to not try to have some type of patience with people, because I'm human at the same time as they are. And there are things that has happened to me over the course of time. For example, my washer went out. My washer was down for over a month and a half. I made contact with the small appliance guy, and the last thing that he told me was the parts were on the way. The mail was running behind. The very next day, he told me a certain time to meet him. I got there exactly at that time, and my machine was ready to go. Well, lo and behold, my dryer went out the very previous day. It's like the stars and the moon aligned perfectly that my dryer went completely out. So I had to take my washer from the shop and drop my dryer off at the shop. And now, I have to be patient on, getting that fixed, because I'm at the mercy of, the repair shop. I don't want to go out here and buy another, $200, $300, $400 plus dryer, and I can fix the one I have, especially if it's something simple, for about $100. So, guys, being patient is a blessing and a curse. The blessing in being a patient person is, patience is a virtue. Good things come to people who have patience. You don't speed up things. You don't rush the process, as people say. You go along with the process. Trust the process of things. If it comes, not completely on time of your want, maybe when it does arrive, it's gonna be way better, of a result. And the curse of having, no patience is you can lose a lot of good things. You can lose a lot of good clients and customers because you're putting a rush on them at the same time that you're out here, trying to keep your business afloat. Maybe the approach that you take with certain customers, they take it the wrong way. And we all have our moments. We can't sit here behind the screen watching this and say, hey, I don't get agitated with a customer or a client because of X, Y, Z, because it happens. There are certain yards that I go to that are very easy, get in, get out yards. I don't have to pick up a stitch of trash. Then there's some properties I go to where I gotta get off the mower, I gotta look for hidden treasures in the yard, that's taking time off my mow, etc. That stuff's not even really on some of the yards. I don't really, have a clause for that, but I just get off and do it because the price that I'm already charging, it kind of, wages itself. But you gotta, with those yards that you can't stand to go to because it's always some type of a slowdown, some type of a hassle, and you don't have any patience for it. But something along the line, whether if it's how much you're charging to cut that property, or whether if it's just, at a convenient location for you, you keep it and you kind of work it out, especially if the payments aren't going missed. But that's just, hopefully that makes some sense, guys. That's just, my little opinion on patience. You gotta have patience to a certain extent, is what I recommend saying. But don't be anybody's doormat. Don't be a highway where somebody's just running you over, constantly taking your niceness, for granted. Because while you're trying to build a successful business and you have that hassle client/clients, if it's more than one, when they're sleeping at night, not worrying about if they paid you or not, you're waking up in the morning saying, darn, XYZ hasn't paid me in 3 cuts. Is it time for me to sever ties or not? Maybe it is time to cut ties, and that's where I'm at now. So as hard as it's going to be, because like I said, they've been loyal customers, especially one, since day one when I started doing lawn care. One has been a very loyal customer, but I have to get to the mindset to where, hey, I have you on my route, but you haven't given me the green light to step foot on your property yet, and I'm not going to cut anything for free. And like I said, if you decide that you want to come back in the future, that's fine. I'll squeeze you in the best I can, if I can at that time, and we can go from there. Because like I say, it's almost like when you're leaving a job, when you put in your notice and you leave on good time, you always have to go back to your last job. You left right, you left with good standing, you can go back and be added as another employee again to that job. So guys, I'm out of time with this video. Hopefully that makes you think about something. This is Simon from Ranch Lawn Care. Leave me some comments below. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't done it already. I'm out of here. Y'all be safe and peace.